Interesting. I'll get a suiting word. Is that woolly enough? Sorry. We'd certainly have a look.
So Taylor's earlier question, which is about whether we'd be able to look at complaints relating to the advertising of shared ownership properties, Taylor just clarified that she's from the ASA.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you. I'm pretty sure I've seen something, some decision coming out of the ASA about shared ownership. I'd love to talk to you some more, Taylor, if it's all possible. I'd be really curious to know, certainly our casework team would be really curious to know a bit more about the ASA and what you do.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks.
Taylor's going to send her details over.
Thank you, Taylor.
Brilliant. I think that this might be the last question here. It's from Charlotte. It says, there's two parts to this question.
Okay.
So the first part is, I'm finding it difficult to read the breakdown statement of the service charges to properly identify and understand the specific charges. The Housing Association said it is compliant. Could you please clarify which compliance standards or regulations they are referring to?
No, not without seeing it. Sorry.
The second part is, they refused to provide a transparent, clear breakdown and instead sent me all the invoices. Can they jump the stage of breakdown and only send invoices?
Very much a question for the lawyers, that one. I am not able to comment on that, sorry.
And I think this might be our final question. Leslie, is this popped her hand up? So, Leslie, would you like to come off mute and ask us your question? No.
Well, okay. While we saw that, if Ibrahim is still here, I'll just have another look at your question about whether we can make decisions if the freeholders complied with providing evidence on service charges as per section 22, etc. No. Again, that's the tribunal, I believe.
Thanks for that, Lewis. Leslie's come off mute now, so go for it, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
I'm actually linked with Charlotte because we're in the same estate. So what they're sending us is, say for example, on maintenance, they basically send us a maintenance £150 charge. They don't give us details of the drop, they don't give us details of what they've actually done. And when we're challenging that, because how can we tell if it's a legitimate charge, they basically say that's all the information we're getting and they're compliant. And then the other thing is, the invoices they send us, so say they charge us £450 per job, and then when they send us the invoice to prove that charge, it's like a £10,000 bulk invoice, and we're asking them how are they calculating our proportion of the charge from that bulk invoice, and again they're saying they're not giving us that information. So this is the compliance that we're trying to find out, because how can we confirm that charge is legitimate cost to us if we don't know what it is?
No, I see the problem there.
For the ombudsman on that. And also they never send us we ask for the written summary, we have to usually take it to stage 2 to actually get that, even though we told them it's got to be provided within a month. They gave us a link to the invoices, and that link only lasted for a month, so I've had to go out and say you have to give us access to 2 every time it's about.
Yeah. Should not be that difficult. Obviously, the first thing to do is, if you're not getting the information to complain, you already have, so you've done what I would advise you to do. You've presumably procedure and referred it to us. No.
I've had to come to the ombudsman because they're not actually responding to statements.
Okay.
And also we try and log in a service failure, so we have to go back and say no, it's not a service failure, it's a complaint.
Stick with us and trying to get that complaint through, but in the meantime, it may well be worth having a quick look at the Leasehold Advisory Services website, see if there's somebody there you can talk to, with a view to finding out what if anything the tribunal sorry I can't give you the answers that you're looking for straight off.
I've got somebody who said that related to section 21 system would know all that. It's like we know the legal obligations, but if they're not performing to it, who can we go to?
The courts is the tribunal system if they're not complying with the law. So that's the best advice I can give you at the moment. Aside from sticking with us in the complaint, because it may be that when it gets to the right level, somebody might see a way.
Okay. No,
Thank you for clarifying, Leslie. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful without knowing more about the individual dispute or any of that. But thanks anyway.
We will keep with you on this.
I wish you good luck.
There's lots of comments, Leslie and Sue and Charlotte, just to say that they've got the same issues, so something that's obviously happening in the sector. Have you got time for one last question, Chris?
I'll do what I can.
So the last one is from Sue, and this will be the last question before we finish. Is anyone tracking how many SO complaints go to tribunal?
I'd hope tribunal. I just kind of feeling the information across to how much tribunal service coming up. Obviously, I'm certainly not. We probably, we can probably. Somebody asked earlier on about the sort of numbers of complaints that we sort of signpost off to the tribunal or to other organisations. That might be interesting for a follow-up report. But yeah, otherwise, I suspect the tribunal are.
Right, thank you, Chris, and thank you everybody for your questions. We're 2 minutes over now. Just to say, I've put a link to a feedback form in the chat. If you have time, please go on there and give us your feedback. We want to make sure that future webinars we're producing meet your expectations. But thank you very much to you, Chris. Thank you very much to everybody for your questions. It's been a really, really useful section.
Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate all those questions as well. Quite often.
Right, people. This is Merville Myers, your blogger from Almagrove. In the background, I'm listening to some of the recordings from the Housing Ombudsman meeting, because I was on the Zoom on the 20th. Oh, I should bring my thing. When I stayed quiet and used to capture the evidence, the attention of the people in the breakout room. Yeah? With a letter. Yeah? Let me tell you who, because I done my recording on my new tablet. And then because I'm a dum-dum and I was stressed out. Yeah, my place is a chaos. Because I'm a dum-dum and I was stressed out with all that's happening in terms of nationwide and my account. Yeah. So I've been spending time trying to get my life back together. Yes. So I'm going to tell you the names of who were in the breakout room, who were on that thing, because everything I captured on my new tablet is gone. Yes. So I'm going to go from stages. Yeah. And I'm very angry, as my poem would say. I've written a poem that I'm angry, but I can't afford to let the anger overshadow what I need to do today before I go to the dentist. And then I go to my friend who is going to cook some food for me. And then I come back and pick my life up. Yes? Because, no, let me do one thing at a time. I'm not going to start over. I'm not starting over, I'm posting this. Yeah? I am posting this because people is gonna take responsibility for why Merville is at this juncture in my life. And you're gonna send a 26-year-old come here to interview me after I phoned up to say what Mimi Owusu was doing to me in my own house. So my phone is being called and it's my number coming up. Are you ready for storytelling? Get ready for storytelling. My storytelling starts. Go out and get your copy. It should be used in every institution. This should be used in every institution. And when YouTube is going to come and target me, after I go and copy their policies and procedure, then we'll go also about our policies and procedure that what Phil Gregory mentioned when he came here the day after I was on the Zoom. Of course, he's concerned. He's concerned.
Manager with the skills who can really help drive this. Hence,
He's concerned about my welfare. Okay? We're going to show the world what is happening here. A 25-year-old. Yeah? What do I need to do now? Shut this fuck down. No, I'm going to share it again. Let the world see who is Merville Myers. Let the world see that not even Housing Ombudsman, not even Michael Gove, not even Michael Gove have the clout that I have. I'm not even looking in any messages. I don't want to see no fucking messages from nobody. Yeah? Well, I'm going out there fighting for Mummy Bear. Yeah? She found me online when Herman Cameron was advocating on my behalf. I've had to shut down my stuff. Yeah? On the advice of the person. Yeah? Dr. Aldebodier said, I can give advice to my... Yeah. I can give advice to my legal people and I can question weaknesses. Where are the weaknesses? The weaknesses are all gone on long-term sick leave from the Housing Association, from this solicitors. I have the others one. Where is she? All I did, yeah, let me post this to him as well. All I did, so it's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. So then I close on this fuck and do what I need to do. Yeah, I don't think I'm fucking bad. I'm me fucking mad. That's all I say. I know it's fucking bad. I know it's fucking bad and sad and narcissistic and misogynistic and gaslighting, and I'm fucking mad. Yeah? What role does the Housing Ombudsman play in mine and Miss Presley's bring where we are now? Why weren't our complaints addressed? Yeah? Let's show them what I am made of. Let's show them how resilient I am. Go and get your copy of in honor of whatever. I have several books in me. They are already written. The other day I started an ebook. So I done 2 ebook, resulted in 6 book. Amazon. I haven't had time to go back to do nothing. So I'm gonna start at the beginning. But it's like we'll be colonization in reverse. So then I'm gonna start. Yeah. Because when I applied for the all right. So let me go into back into no. Yeah. I'll put it, but I don't want whatever. So I am gonna start officially. Yeah. And before I start, let me put the names of the persons. On the 20th of the 11th, 2024, I was on the Housing Ombudsman Zoom because I'm a member of the customer panel. I fight my way in. Probably if they knew who I was, they wouldn't have accepted me right one. But I fought my way in and is now a member of the customer panel, the Housing Ombudsman. Like I was the minute taker of housing for women. School customer scrutiny panel before it was disbanded, and now they're sending me letters about opportunity. Yesterday, whether it was supposed to come. Yeah? So this is what I used to get their attention. I had it there the first meeting, and I see Richard Blakewell peeping over, then nothing was fucking done. Fucking is English. I met, if I could find the book now, but I'm not going to stop. I met Alistair Campbell. I bought his book, All in the Mind in Suddock here. Yeah, I've been around a long time. So these are the people who took prominent part on the 20th. Yes? Karen Graham, Andrea Kenoy, Chloe Coolmy, Mark Lawrence. Me hear some of them did there. Oh, I can't whatever. They coming like the 25-year-old, my grandson where they send coming here. Which day? If I was a different person, that boy would be dead. And these are the dangers you're sending our young people for. So that's why they get killed. PC Palmer was killed out by Parliament doing his duty, but he was whatever. And you're sending a young boy in here, clothes, whatever. Where police come tell me, and where Phil Gregory come tell me. Well, me get to Phil Gregory. Paul say I need to focus, and I need to develop those art to take me where I'm going. Breakout rooms. August Fung, lead. Susan Cowling, I said I record everything. And it's like God said, Mervyn, you taking on too much. Everything from the new tablet are gone. You can't even see the fucking tablet because my place coming like a whatever. How I'm stressed out. Yes? Maria and Makatoti. Margina Jackson. Lorraine Cornish. Cooney. Lorraine Connor tell you say write my own writing, and I wasn't even stressed out when I was writing, and I don't even understand a fuck what I write here. That's why I tell you I don't write nothing go no handwriting go official. For me write here somebody catch me don't know what the fuck me write. English language, by the way. I had a little clipping with Alistair Campbell because he actually used it. He was one of their speakers about his book. He signed it. Michelle Cook. Then later on, I noticed Kevin Griffin and Mark Letters. I don't know if they're on our breakout group. And I am Mervyn Mars, by the way. So I got up one morning and I saw on Housing for Women Instagram 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. and then hashtag 16 days of activism, end gender-based violence, support survivors, gender equality, women empowerment. I'm going to try and wrap up what I'm doing in an hour. So I just do the specific where I'm coming from. Women empowerment, stand up, speak out, activism for women, fight for justice, mental health. I mean, write that. From the fight for justice, I mean, start that. Mental health, brains, philosophy. Now I'm going back. Tell me poems and things, and I said this is going to be recommended for the curriculum. Some ass are going to get kicked. Yeah? Gender-based violence, as I explained to the young 25-year-old, who's only 3 years older than my elder grandson, who they send in trouble in here. A male on his own with a female that is, they said is whatever, is another breach. Since them say, none of them say, Dr. Chris Phil Gregory said, all that is in my book, I am making it up. Nobody do me anything. I could make allegations against the young man, couldn't I? I tried to show him the danger he was in by doing an experiment. But by the time he made sure he put himself there and opened the latch. So what? You're teaching a 25-year-old to be a coward. So now I'm going to tie up everything and I'm going to try to do it in 1 hour. So the world knows, say, you're not dealing with no fucking mad woman. You're not dealing with no bipolar. Well, all that we have a condition is how you manage it. Whatever condition I have, I've managed them from I was a child. Yes? How do I do this? I read out where I was on a Zoom, the housing ombudsman. Me sit down there, me try no whatever. I use whatever it is as if I'm deaf and dumb until the breakout room actually saw me. Now, maybe I should use this for a storytelling thing. Who knows? Yeah? The second time I said I had it, Weteret was supposed to come yesterday, but as I said to the solicitor, they use their tricks. I've been in here already, and when I go to my door, contractors come and left things out there and said they didn't find me or some such thing. So I'm going to start at the beginning. See, this is how much weight I'm losing. Can you see how I'm being impacted? So I should die slowly of torture. Where is Richard Blakeway? Tell him to come on here. He has questions to answer. Get your copy. It should be in every university. You can take the proceeds so that Miss Presley's son gets some counseling for the trauma that has been caused. How did I know Miss Presley? She reached out because she saw Herman Cameron online advocating on my behalf. How did I know Herman Cameron? She came to my house 2 times. We were members of the Housing for Women scrutiny panel. I was the minute taker, and this was disbanded in 2020. Look what happened to Housing for Women after that. Go that way, Housing for Women is perfection. Go that way, Housing for Women turn whatever it has turned. Tenants abusers, breaches every law in the land, including the Eviction and Housing Act. With the lovely solicitors, Devon's Solicitors, LLP, that sacked a cleaner for eating a leftover sandwich. Papa Jesus, you know, see them. So may I give you a brief history. I came to the mother country the second time to settle and come for a visit before. I got married on the 28th of October, 1992, at the Brixton Register Office to Mr. Malachi Myers. Attending was my husband's mother, Mrs. Olive Brown Tingling, and other members of the family, including Bradley's girlfriend, who was pregnant, and her daughter was born later on. So at 20th of October, so she's born after that. Yes? I lived at 17 Denshirt House, Robsart Street, Stockwell, London, SW9 OBN. From I came here, left Jamaica the 6th of June, arrived the 7th of June, until I ran out of the house in the summer of 2000 to save my life. Bare feet in the drizzling rain, domestic abuse, violence. Once my husband was always verbal. By now you must know I don't back down. Once I'm right, that's why I'm not backing down. Once I'm right, send me to prison like Nelson Mandela. I don't back down. I will back down from a physical. Same like how I was teaching the young man lessons. Don't put yourself in danger. The same way I back down when the girl, I see they just sending me thing about booking for whatever. Yeah, I saw them fit with me. If it's going to be a matter of life and death and physical, I back down. I'll come back to that. Paul said, focus on how you're telling your story. Yeah? When I came the first time for a visit, oh yes, everybody was doing it. I got a little cleaning job. I took out a bank account that time before I done the poll. Ermin. So they had to use the first name. So it was Ermin Nemard at Abbey National. And I had that account even when my sister-in-law came here for her mother's funeral. Stayed a little and she worked and the money went in that account. I can still find the book. When I'm going to do my history thingy, I have them. I don't throw those things out. All right. From the outset. So yes, I came June. Got married October. I have all my paperwork when they're trying to do whatever. I went straight back to doing the cleaning job that I was doing. I worked myself. So early morning cleaning till I was doing part-time cleaning. I do early morning cleaning at the Diageo Drinks Company. Am I bringing out names? Should Merville Mars be famous? I'm already fucking famous. Diageo. Oh. Well, that's one of the prominent place I work. Math. I never did evening cleaning. I don't know why, but I never did. Just morning and day. I work at Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, Math for short, Simit Square. Another major place that you should think about, Victory House. Now it's some official whatever. I done cleaning at all those places, toilets and all, everything. I was earning an honest living. I wasn't doing the drugs. I wasn't doing prostitution. I wasn't doing whatever. I wasn't doing what Debbie Gilchrist and her cohorts in Alma Grove is doing, even inside this place. Yeah? Debbie Thomas tell me the majority of people in Alma Grove, they do drugs. By the way, without prejudice is here, you say. I don't know what drugs is the same way. I did not know what a taser looks like when I was accused of grabbing the taser handle. of Nicky Wright when they come to murder me. So all right, I'm trying. Paul said focus. I'm wrapping this up in an hour because I have to go to the dentist. My place is shambles. Try to get my life back in order. But don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Yes? Because Richard Blake way, you're going to take responsibility. The Judiciary of England and Wales, the criminal justice system, the Crown Prosecution Service is not going to take responsibility. Yeah? I'm coming down to the crux. Yeah? So, from the very outset, my husband, he has split personality. He's one of the kindest and nicest man, but yet he has split personality. Malachi Myers, aka Papa G, has split personality. And that's all I'm going to say about him. Yeah? We made up our differences because if a person do you one good, take the one good and cover the 99 bad. Go look on there, you see him and my husband together at the bus stop. Came here for a meal. Because people always say, oh, Marvin, you never, I was a very damn good, I've lost all my skills. Yeah? So, as I said, repetition, came home from work, summer, just come from Jamaica. You know, I was wearing a skirt, a jean skirt. I can see myself. And then the argument started. Luckily, my sister-in-law came from work when she did. He jumped on me in the sofa, settee, whatever you want to call it. Then I had teeth. So it's left from arguing. All this time we argue. But he was never physical. The first time he done it, I could have been dead if my sister-in-law didn't come from work when she did. He jumped on me in the settee. He's tall and slim. And I guess back then I was fat. So my shortness and my fatness outweighed whatever because he's tall and thin. Half Indian. That's who my husband was. Malachi Myers, born on the 28th of May, 1931. When he jumped on me, I know I used my teeth on him because his intention was not good. And I was defending myself like I'll always defend myself. But I stayed out of physical the first time. So my sister-in-law pushed herself between both of us. The settee tilted. I got out and I ran for my life, barefoot, to Brixton Police Station. And that's where my stepson came and got me. That's where my stepson, Bradley Myers, came and got me. Took me to his home. I spent the night. And then I decided, one thing you must always realize, I left Jamaica. I never lived with a man before. The only time I stayed out of my family's house, I used to work as a domestic worker. So I lived in people's home and do the work. Yes, I've never lived with a man. I don't have those whatever. Although I grew up with 7 brothers, so I have that experience. No other streetwise cred. When my husband started verbally abusing me, I remember saying to my friend Murty Legislator Bernard Joy, yeah, that's the funeral picture, my brothers who came. Yes, I remember saying to Joy, da 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 da, and Joy said, Ratty, get out. I said, Joy, I don't think I can manage on my own. And then you will know about my traumas and whatever. I said, Joy, I can't manage on my own. And Joy said, yes, Ratty, get out, you'll manage. I never had any support also. So that was a deterrent. But you see, when they have a saying, so in case they think I'm indisposed, Let me pull my curtain. Yeah? I'm making sure my thing is charged and I'm trying to see my, I see where my laptop is. No, not laptop. Where my tablet is. Yeah? But my place is such a shambles that I don't know. Yeah? I need to take this back to the man because he's a channel. So let me put it here. I need to find my tablet so I can charge it. Because this is the beginning of the rest of my life. You're going to stop what you're doing. There's too much hate. There's too much hate. Yeah? And the cover up. There's too much hate and the cover up that a man can be in here kicking my door and verbally abusing me. And Miss Gilchrist can be making malicious allegation. And I have to be going to court and whatever. That's my toilet seat. Is that what they're going to take and hang me? Is that what they're going to take and put around my neck? Yeah? It's gone nowhere, but that's it. That's why my life needs to be organized. Yes? Yeah? That's why my life needs to be organized. And I've not been living, especially since whatever. How can you justify me getting a letter in July for possession? And I'm saying my story and you gag me and I must take off my proof. Even what I paid my money for. Yeah? You see, first time I would be so fucking stressed out. My tablet is here. It's not gone anywhere. Yeah? But I need to make sure because I have a 12:30 appointment at the dentist. Yeah? You have to do whatever before you can whatever. Nobody is thinking about. Yes. Here is my tablet. So I have to make sure it's charged. Yeah? So where did I read? When, as I said, Joy said, I said no joy. So that is that self-doubt. Why women will stay in this violent relationship because we just believe we are not able to cope. But once, yeah, when trouble take your pitney shot fit you, and you're not even not think about whatever. So that's why I'm so cautious. And that's why I tell stories that I had 18 Facebook pages covering everything. And as soon as I updated my Facebook to be on Des O'Connor's Women in Business in April after the death of my husband and all that was happening. Go look, it's there. And that's why I can't afford for YouTube, the cyberbullying criminals, to take away whatever. Yesterday I posted something. I go in their policies and procedure. So when you Phil Gregory is gonna come here. Yeah? So you understand. Yeah? I said I'm trying to be brief so that I can put little bit in. Yes? I done cleaning. Early morning cleaning in the day. I never done any evening cleaning in my life here. Never. Yeah? This is contract cleaning. So once contract is up and changing, they'll haggle down the price. They haggle down the price and then you, the cleaner, you get nothing. If I was like going to the same place, because I need to have that stability so I know exactly where I'm going, I probably would have just been satisfied with being a cleaner. But then as soon as contract change, You know, they might need to, the new contractors might need to send you here, there, and everywhere. And I need that stability. So, yes, I worked early morning cleaning in the western side. I said Diageo was one of the major players where I done cleaning. And I take my things from Diageo. No, I didn't see the amount of things. The amount of things that I saw that they got rid of. The waste. Yes? Diageo. The amount of things that I saw, they just put it there. And I think to myself, coming from a poor background and whatever. Yeah? I'm looking for the opener. Because I had it. I used to have it because I'm diabetic. So I took it. So that I have it in my thingy. So that sometimes I have a drink because I'm diabetic. I can get it to open. So it's somewhere, but I don't know where it's at now. My opener. It's green. I'm not lying. Here it is. I got this at Diageo. Where did I get this Diageo? The drinks place. Yeah? So one day now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna get my artifacts where I got them as part of my storytelling board. And you're gonna tell me now you're gonna evict me and send me to prison. Yeah? So I'm building up my storytelling base. Yeah? Paul said focus on one thing at a time. Yeah? Right. After the upheaval of having to find my way here, there, and everywhere, and that can be detrimental to my health, I decided. So, the good thing about me, despite what they're saying, I have people to verify. So, I used to work with Eric. Eric was one of the managers at math, where I do day. And Eric Scottish. Eric was I think Eric served in the army, but Eric was very good. So what Eric knows I'm a good worker. So Eric would give me extras. So I get the top up on weekends. So weekend job you get extra. And Eric would say, Merville, just go do so many hours and you will get your full pay. Then I work with another lovely bloke by the name, English bloke, by the name of David Barrett. So after, I think David came to math after Eric, and then contract was lost, and then David got a job. Now he was managing at the BBC, White City. So when people know people that are good at their jobs, of course they're gonna want them in their team. So David sent back for me, and I was working at White City. Now that's my major job, still going in the West End or Oxford, back that side, to do my early morning cleaning. And then I was at White City, BBC White City, cleaning. So I was responsible for cleaning toilets, just cleaning. And one day I went in to clean the children's toilet, clean the toilet in the nursery. And I stood and I observed. And I said, but wait, this is what I was doing in Jamaica. I was a basic school teacher in Jamaica. Yes? A basic school teacher in Jamaica. Stand up, speak out. Now you quiet my voice. I stood and I observed, and I'm thinking, and already 1996, I already gone and done care assistant training, and I decided, no, this is not for me because of emotional whatever. But I done the training and I have the certificate. That's one good thing about me. I go, I do, and that's why I'm such a versatile person. Yeah. Now it is coming around to okay. I don't know if contractors, whatever happened, I was gonna be sent here, there, and everywhere. I'm now good at finding places, and that can be a detriment. So I started looking around. So once I noticed the workplace nursery, I said, wait. So when upheaval starts again, the change and the continuity is not there, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go to college. So I look out for college and I applied, and I'd been out of whatever for so long and just doing cleaning and whatever. So I actually chose a course. I looked through the brochure and I said, okay, I'm sure I can manage this. Remember, I had my chronic anxiety and the shaking and the writing and whatever. So I have to be covering myself. So I decided I'm going to choose this course because I think I can manage this course. So I applied. Once I make my mind up, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I applied. So part of the application, you have to go back and do some such thing. So when I went back for whatever it is I was supposed to go for, on the paperwork, I was asked to write a composition, or whatever I know as a composition. And as I tell you, I've been writing from the time my father was stricken with Parkinson's. So that wasn't a challenge. My biggest challenge was whether my hand was going to stay steady long enough for me to get whatever is in my head on that paper. For that, on that day, there was no problem. I sailed through. After they read the composition, they questioned me because I just wrote about Jamaica. I chose my topic well and wrote about Jamaica. After I wrote, they done the thing in the same day. I remember what you call it now. I'm getting old and mad and fuzzled and dazzled. I was questioned about my composition, and then I was advised to choose another course. So that I was going up in life now because of a composition I wrote all those years ago, 1977. So remember, I was just doing working full-time cleaning. I have all my things. So these can be part of my storyboard. Yes? So I upgraded there and then. And that was the beginning of another chapter of my life, studying. But then I went to Lambeth College. Remember, the handwriting is not good. The shaking is there, blah, 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 blah. So it was a new environment. But I said to myself, I'm going to give it a try. I've been accepted. And if I manage to pass through, then I know. Pass through the first whatever, then I know I'm on my way. And that's what I did. I was one of the oldest students, not the oldest, one of the oldest students in the class. I remember Anna, young people. So that's why I revere my grandson, that they send in Alliance then, from Madhuman Place, on his own after I told them the situation. And he said he's aware of some of the issues. I remembered when the first thing they criticized my handwriting. That was part of the thingy. I started learning typing at school, but I never finished. A classmate of mine actually got a scholarship to Mannings from Frome because of her efficiency with typing. I know I wouldn't have gone because of my shaking. But then I actually started learning typing, so I know the basics. But then going to college, I've never have any encounter with computer. So then it was something new to me. Very frustrating. But once I set myself to do whatever. So what did I do to help myself? That's why I can't understand why a young man in today's day and age has been to university and he does not know about the Equality Act. And he doesn't know about Senko and Send and all that. Yeah? And he was born in 1999 when I graduated from Lambeth College. Anyway, to get myself on board, I actually, because I couldn't just wait until I get to college to use their thingy. I need to have my own because you only get so much. So I ordered a computer from Sedley Brown. He was ICT specialist, my husband's nephew. So he actually made however he does the computer, and I have it home. Started teaching myself. So I have it to do my assignments and practicing. Yes. So I started from scratch. I remember I lost more than two. My assignment is due. I typed it up. For me, I make notes. So if anything happen, I can refer. And more, I've lost lots of work because I'm focusing here and not remember save. But because me also, I don't wait until the last minute because I can break down if I wait. So I'm always doing things in advance. So if I'm getting information, I'll be look through the specification, what is needed for the assignment or whatever needs to be done. And I'll start making notes so that by the time I'm ready to write up, I have something in writing. I don't rely on my hand. And that's how I overcome many. Even this continued even to open university. I'd finished a whole assignment and then it gone. And I have to start over from scratch. But as I said, because I'm a person who make notes, it's not a major thing. So those are some of the things. I passed through the first whatever, and then I found my pace. Remember, I was a basic school teacher. I done learning support assistant in school, 1 year National Youth Service at the primary school. And I got the best from Miss Hanson and all those teachers at Townhead Primary School. I was also there on the parents, teachers thingy and everything, if you understand what school's about. Plus, my brother was the counselor for the area. That's how the basic school left from the church to the primary school grounds. I have all those backgrounds. Right, my thingy will soon come. My SIM will soon come, I ordered. Right. So I was progressing so well that I became now like the group parent where I would be able to explain the tutor, Yvonne and Obi Oradu, Yvonne Fletcher, then she changed her name around. Yvonne is Jamaican, Obi was Nigerian, and I had some other one, Kate, there was a male and whatever, but good, all good. There was another lady, she went to a foreign country, but I used to go up, I can't remember her name, Helen. So yes, I became like the spokesperson. When the tutor teach, then I was the one who break it down. And then my peers were so proud of me saying, Mervily, you could be whatever. I struggled at first with ICT because as I said, even now, I'm still struggling with ICT. But all this is to do with my disabilities and whatever. And what when I'm triggered, like when you hear my lovely Miss Mamie Owusu keeps ringing my phone and it's my number that is showing there. That's why the young man came. Yes? All my tutors were so good. And I was advised to go to university. Don't let it stop there. Go to university. The memories are really painful, but I have to learn, forget the emotions because they'll use it against me. That's my certificate. So I'm telling you. That's my certificate. And I got an award. My certificate. And these are my transcripts. This is when I went to Soda College to do a little computer training. I'll be using my thingy for storytelling. I just need to get my life back together. So, yes. Yeah, I'm just showing you that because, as I said, maybe I make it 2 hours so you get the essence of what I'm saying. Yes. Remember now, I'm in a situation. Yes, I'm married. But my husband, he was a controlling freak. It wasn't easy. Especially when there was another woman he brought here before me that was making my life a living hell. I remember it had gotten so bad till I lost my hair. I was losing my hair from the skull. So then I had to cut it off like a man. Yes? But my mother-in-law was very supportive. Okay, this is the situation. At one stage, we had a friend living with us, Rudolph Crooks. Crooks is in my DNA, so I don't know if we're family. He has dementia. Last time I made some little recording of him because he's on treatment for his dementia, and he's coping on treatment. That's why I never said whatever is happening to me, I would never take treatment. But you're not gonna give me some treatment to make me a zombie. Once my husband is dead and you have your agenda while Phil Gregory came in here the day after I was on Zoom with his nonsense. Yes, but that's another story. So if I was on Zoom on the 2020, where I could be seen, why was Phil Gregory here on the 21st? Anyway, throughout the situation I was going through, I worked. And then my husband wanted to control my money. Yes. When I came to this country, my husband used to do mini cabin. and then they take benefits. I saw them know how to work the system. I don't know those things. You decide to take away whatever my right is and put me on benefits. And I can't get a job. I was home one day when the phone rang and my husband said, if anybody knocked the door, not to open it. So, like if she's paying TV license, she bridged the gas and electric. I don't know those things. That's why when they wanted to put the pipes through to go through to up our flat, I denied it because of the flooding of the bathroom. Am I making it up? No. After I got that phone call, I am not living looking over my shoulder. If somebody ring my bell, I cannot answer it. Like when police come with battering ram because they claim they saw me posted somebody in here. But if they had looked and seen, they would have seen my husband was in the hospital. So when they come asking if I know Arnold Tomlinson, yet one of them is going to tell me he remembered me because they remembered my husband because he came here. Because my husband, I see where my husband might have been whatever. And I decided, let me make sure the authorities know about this. So he remembered us from that. And he's going to come, be part of the party. So why didn't he remember to say to them, oh, I've been there, before and da, 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 da. But probably because I had called out to say my husband raised his walking stick. That was a reason. But if they had checked and done their work, they would have known my husband was in hospital. Yeah, so whatever malicious reports continue. So as I said, I carried on doing my early morning cleaning, went to college. I just showed you the certificates. I done placement at few places, one of which was Turney Special School, where the teacher wanted me to take a job with them. But because of my traumas and whatever, I know that wasn't for me. So I was always thinking, not about the money, not about this, that, how well I'm going to cope. Yes? Remember I said I'd done care assistant training, 1996, and I couldn't do whatever. Anyway, I was headhunted out of Lambeth College. So I left straight from studies to Lambeth Walk Day Nursery, William Wilberforce in Kennington. Straight. Me and Anna, who were on the same course, ended up working together. And I was a young girl. Yes? Compared to me. I was leader for the preschool and not preschool, the babies and toddlers. Back then my disability didn't stop me from working with under twos. Yes? I remember I mentored people they came there for whatever. I have something because as I said, I'm gonna do my thing in a proper way. I just need to get whatever it is on my head. Yeah? Because I have all my artifacts here that I said I'm gonna do whatever. So I'm clearing out and putting things together. So when I'm telling my story, I'm not making it up. It's all there. Right. So yes, I was headhunted out of Lambeth College, started working, was happy in my work and everything. But I kept my early morning cleaning because I could manage it. Because I need to help my family out of the poverty that had blighted our prospect. So I graduated in 1999 Yes, there was a little graduation of us all. I did have some pictures, but I don't know where they are now of my graduation. It was nothing big. Started working, have my early morning cleaning, have my full time in the whatever, and I was happy. I have friends. I was going places. Yes. And I have the professionals because I came here on Valium. Dr. Campbell prescribed me Valium, what they said for my nerves. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I pronounce all things whatever. I was on Valium before I came here. Then I came here, I told the doctor about it, so I was still on Valium to help me, whatever. So when people are saying about whatever, don't get it wrong. When I started studying with the Open University, the only exam I did was health and social care. Yes? And then I started studying and I realized that if I don't ease myself of the Valium, I will not be able to live my life without it. So that I take a stance about anybody going to tell me to take medication. I have to weigh up the pros and cons about taking medication. So yes, I came here on Valium from Jamaica. And I used to go into the pharmacy and buy things to help. Yes? But then I decided wean myself off gradually. Wean myself off. Use a holistic approach. So I go back to what my father used to do. Soak, sink a Bible, get those sort of things. Go to Baldwin, buy those sort of things. Am I making sense? I'm not going to cry. I sit and I see the things. And I know the kitchen is a mess. Everywhere in here is a mess. But at least my mind is not a mess. I was able to help people, families, and friends bridge the poverty line. 1999, I started at Lambeth Walkday Nursery. I'm looking to progress myself. I'm looking for continuity, familiarity, and consistency. So when I saw an advert for a job with the NHS, I jumped at it. I know my gray hair is showing, so I'm very conscious of it. From out my nostril. So I jumped at it. I was working this time because I had left now. I'm trying to, Paul said focus. I left Lambeth Walkday Nursery because I was looking for progress. I saw before that, I saw a job for a preschool leader. Yes? And I went after it. It didn't go anywhere much, but you know, with that job, I got so much training. I got too much training for when the officials, they have to do their evaluation and whatever it is needs to be done for a preschool. So it was an African lady set up this provision. Everybody is doing progress. And I remember I met this young man. He was very good. He was into ICT too, and I can't remember his name. But he helped me somewhat. So it was me with training. They identified the training. So it was me with training was actually preparing those policies and procedure as the preschool leader. And this would have come off from my studies. Uche. I think the bloke name was Uche. So I was typing up, putting those things in place with the training that I got. And that's when I had my first experience. So I done the theory around special educational needs, inclusion, the whole work that comes with studies. That's why I don't understand how a young man can go to university and not aware of early Equality Act, special educational needs. So what is he going to know about mental health and that if he doesn't know the basics, where it begins? But he wants to write down my medication. Okay. What are you going to do with it? And I'm going to try to do yes, I have to go somewhere else. He's in a hurry now. He has to go. Where you going somewhere else to go to do, mate? When whatever it is you came here is lacking. Right? So I done my studies. Now I am seeing special education needs in practice. I've done the theory. So the first child I saw now was a boy with autism. But only at the time I didn't know what it was, but I could identify some of whatever I learned. And then I got a copy of the Nursery World. I think I've still got something from there with a section about autism. I read people, that's one thing. And I take in information. I remember I just finished studies, got a certificate. I showed it to you. I don't make it up. And then in the nursery article, now I'm beginning to see the typical behavior of this child. So now I started, this was something that was very interesting to me. But there was a little girl, I think she didn't have one of her ears. There was no ears. This part, so it was just one ears. And this part didn't form. So I two major things I can remember. I know the girl was going for treatment. Lovely people. But the boy was autism. The child, the ears didn't come out. So I don't know. They were doing whatever. I wasn't that versed at the time. Remember, I'm new to this system. So those are the two major things I remember. But business wasn't picking up. And me being me, I have to, because I was leaving from here to South Norwood. So let me give you another scenario. I leave from here to South Norwood. The place that was being used as the preschool is not an established place where you have everything ready. Every morning I have to go there early, set up this environment for the preschool. So the things were stored. It was a public space that was being used. So I'd have to leave from here every morning because by now I got my place. So I leave from here every morning to reach to South Norwood to set up the environment for the preschool. Back then it wasn't a problem. I was relatively young and healthy. But another thing I noticed was I have the qualification and the training, and the owner was like trying to tell me to do certain things, which was in breach of the code of practice that I studied under. Because all she was interested in is finding ways to make money out of the children with special educational needs. Yes. And I wasn't trained for that, and I wasn't in for that. That's why now I sit down and I remember things Mimi Owusu told me about Dominic. And what she's written in her whatever, and what she's on here doing to me. And I realize people are out there. Because she did say, when the police came saying they get a call from Duncan and whatever, and it was my phone, on my friend's birthday, dates are important. And I realized, I said, oh my God. Mimi Owusu told me that it would be Trevor trying to get them to section me. And here we are. She's admitted doing all those things. And she's here provoking me on my phone, and I call police. And police send somebody, a young man who doesn't even know about whatever. Yes? And then I have to put Dr. Phil Gregory, who came here on the 21st of November after I was on the Zoom, because he's concerned about my welfare. This Dr. Phil Gregory, who says nothing that I said is happening to me. I'm making it up. I want to give me pills. And then the first psychiatric report that was done that says I can instruct legal people and I can question witness. That's been disbanded. And they want to go with Dr. Phil Gregory's thing. And I'm being told we are Dr. Joanna Pennock, half a page. And those are what they want to go with. When I know I've written a book about whatever. When I know you can find me on the King's College, London website, Radar CNS with Dr. Faith Matcham. I know I was in Dr. Maria Hudson's research paper. When I know I'm here, I know I can be found there. When I know I was the face of Windows 70. So when did I have time? First, Junior Sullivan labeled me UURICA. Uncooperative, unprofessional, rude, intimidating, confrontational, aggressive, lacking empathy. After I fronted Ofsted at Bird in the Bush to overturn the unsatisfactory. So I asked to transfer to work closer to home. So when Sayo and the chef came, they told me about Bird in the Bush. I'd been there before when it was under different management looking for work, but I didn't take up the offer. Yes? And after I fronted Ofsted, I was given the CEO Long Service Award. June O'Sullivan sanctioned the discrimination. I haven't worked since as a result of that. So that's why I said to the solicitor, it's bigger than just a letter coming to me. He's not looking forward. He's not looking wherever. He's just there, where, whatever. And I'm saying, no. I have the proof, whatever. He's telling me the court can do that. So how many miscarriages of justice? So now I'm going back because I'm going to tie this up in 2 hours. Yeah? After the death of my brother with colon cancer. I had the first nervous breakdown, King's College Hospital, NHS Foundation Trust. My GP used to work with me when I need to sign off. But then, my GP now did not give me a medical report. It's the NHS. People, be aware. The Unison, abandoned me. I couldn't even get advice from the Citizen Advice Bureau. See, something was read and it's saying they can't do whatever. So I started reading my book. It's all in here. It is in here. And now the solicitor is telling me I must close down this and close down this because since Dr. Gregory came here on the 21st, remember I was on the Zoom, the Housing Ombudsman Zoom on the 28th. Second time I had it. Richard Blakeway was looking at me. And nobody, even the last year, nobody out of whatever, I said, I can be found online. Nobody has gone to do whatever or say anything. Nothing was reported. And I see them still having this foolishness, Housing Ombudsman. Housing Ombudsman must be charged for whatever they need to be charged for. Richard Blakeway and his team will be charged. And I'm leaving it in the capable hands of District Judge Beecham because she said she wants to keep the case. So now just the District Judge Beecham will have to look at the evidence that you can't just tunnel me down and stop me. Stand up, speak out. Yeah? End gender-based violence. A man is in here kicking my door. A man is come to my doorway and stand up. A man is opening his window when I'm in the garden. A man is surrounding my window. And a man is getting Tony and all of them coming here. As a camera has been installed and I told it to Dr. Phil. And I told it to everybody else. but you have your whatever. Now I am also advocating on the behalf of Miss H. Presley and her son. I don't know anybody else. And you can go back and look how Miss Presley found me. Yes? And you're going to send that 25-year-old in here after I told you the story. And he doesn't even know about equality, accent, or whatever. As I said, I need to go to the dentist. I was on. I have to pay the money first. Dr. Joanna Penner kicked me out of whatever. And you're gonna tell me, so I paid 2,000, nearly 2,500 to make a video about my story. So that wouldn't have anything to do with the housing because they were still treating me fair. So it would be about my work situation at Leaf and where I am now. I'm sure I didn't even say anything about the police at the time. But the police are becoming a Gestapo state when you send a young man in here who could have lost his life. If I was that silly and that way inclined, or I wanted my life to end, so there's a reason to end the life. Let's talk. And then YouTube is gonna, when I go there, because I'm trying to whatever, you strike, and I copied your policies and procedure and putting it out there, and you're gonna say you've stopped my comments because my comments go against your community guidelines, and it is your policies and procedure. So when you see Dr. Phil come here and tell me to turn off this, because he come for a reason, but somebody was here, he would still have attempted to do what he came to do with the nurse if I had turned off. And then he's going to tell me about the policies and procedure. So yes, YouTube, I went and copied your policies and procedure. The same way once I realized who Richard Harty is, Men in Childcare, a voice of a child, I went and copied everything and have it with somewhere. Yeah, I wrote to the Reverend Rose Hudson Wilkin, go online, see how many places we're on. And she refused. So what is the purpose of these people? Stand up, tweak your mind. When did it get to this? Pharaoh army get drowned dead. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned dead. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Seventh-day Adventist Church. And the abusers, Channel 4. It's only me alone doing my thing. Church of England, Bishop have to resign. So London Press published my story. I contacted them. I don't know who left to contact, so it's not me. But it's me. I'm advocating on behalf of myself and Miss Presley. Yeah? So I think to bring it up to whatever, because there's a method to my madness. I do some more. If you see where I'm at, the place that thou standest is holy ground. Yeah? And I've been saying to the solicitor, I said, the camera is this is that, that is that. Now he is inclined because he is in conversation with Dr. Phil Gregory. Who is Dr. Phil Gregory? Probably a quack. He sounds like Richard Harty, so maybe they're related or from the same place with an agenda. So I'm going to start at passive aggression. Because I haven't, people, bodies or whatever, I haven't put the heating on. But I remember the times I had to have it blaring for Tom. And there was a time when the heating broke down and I had to go get a radiator. Yes? In this place that has become a prison with the toilet seat. That is new. They were supposed to come. Rhetoric was supposed to come yesterday. They sent email and everything. I haven't seen it. But you can see me here trying to get my life back together because everything is in chaos. And this is how you treat a person who looked after a husband who was 101, and I made sure everything was public. Now I have to close that down because of a solicitor who's in cohort for his legal aid money. See? God work it out. Homelessness and prison. So I started, see where I fold it? Passive aggression in me. Sorry, folks. I need to do my research about how not to be passive aggressive to anyone. I tried. It's not as if I don't try. I try. It's in writing. So I'm taking my copy to court. And I hand this first psychiatrist said that District Judge Bell ordered, said I can instruct my whatever and I can question witnesses. Where are they? This was all done behind my back. I just discovered that along with all the lovely descriptive narratives used to describe me by the former employers, I am passive aggressive. Papa Jesus, if only my dead parents would have known what was to happen to me, their only girl. They might have offered some protection from the grave. They would turn in their graves if I was put out onto the streets again. I really do not need this stress right now with everything else that is going on. You saw me. You saw me there, how many days I'm there trying to sort out. I don't know what else is left to come, but at least I sorted out some. I haven't done the rent yet. Sadly for me, when I studied, I was told that if you are asked any questions pertaining to your job and you do not know the answers, you should promise to find out from someone in authority. But who is in authority now? Who is in authority? A 25-year-old who doesn't even know the Equality Act, but yet he's going to do right up. I know he's busy, he has to go somewhere else. Where the fuck you going somewhere else, mate? I might have stopped you from getting mauled yesterday. Stupido. And I love you to death because you could be my grandson. Yeah? And you do not know the answers, you should promise to find out from someone in authority who should know. Yeah? And Phil Gregory meet me. How many times with me? And he's going to tell me what he knows and what he doesn't know. And the solicitor is going to say, but that. Come on, people. Get your copy. This should be in every university, every school. You can take the proceeds. You can take the proceeds. Leave me alone. Let me live. A worker should never tell a parent/carer in my job in the early years sector that they don't know. Always promise to find out. And a 25-year-old is coming in here, he doesn't know about SEND, he doesn't know about Asenko, who Asenko is. He doesn't know about SEND, he doesn't know about the Equality Act protected characteristic. But you send him here. And I'm saying go back to 2017. He was born in 1999 when I was graduating from Lambeth College. I should get something in honor of that for him being here. These days, it is normal for even those in authority not to know the roles and responsibilities in their job descriptions and person specifications. Hence, I forget all those terms. Hence, the reason I am in the position I have found myself in and prone to full-blown depression. My hidden disabilities were exacerbated and triggered into depression. Came about only because I am passionate about my work and wanted to do my very best. My disorder, OCD behavior. Yeah? My book is a testament, if nothing else. And Phil Gregory is going to come in here, tell me about whatever. Yeah? And then come back after I was on the ombudsman Zoom with my toilet seat. That caught attention. Why has nobody on the ombudsman said anything about this lady who was on there. And yet I see them still putting crap out there. The unfair treatment started at King's College Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, Workplace Nursery, where I worked from March 2003 to November 2008. I started studies with the Open University 2004 after I thought I landed what I considered to be my ideal job. Yeah, I intended to retire there or return to Jamaica, whichever came first. However, I had no inclination of how my life was to change over the next couple of years, despite me doing everything I thought to protect myself. Part of enhancing knowledge involved me applying and promoting best inclusive practice. And a 25-year-old is going to come here, doesn't know about the Equality Act. From studies into the workplace. So it was established a year after I was born, 2010, Equality Act protected characteristics. And he lived to be 25 and he doesn't know what it is. I was fortunate to be in. Yeah? So I write down here, YouTube 6.1. It's gone to 6.11 and it's stuck there. And the other one that is 1.7, it is stuck there. And YouTube is trying to find ways to terminate. So even when I go and I copied their policies and put in it, they said my comments is breaching their whatever community. Where I take your community standards and using it to tell a story, YouTube. Do you get me yet, YouTube? And I'm in here a prison. I can't do what I'm supposed to do. I have to close down my YouTubes. Because I sit here, I create YouTube, so I had two major ones. I had two other little ones. Plus, I even created a YouTube in my husband's name. Yeah? And gender-based abuse or violence. Women empowerment. Stand up, speak out. Who put those on there? Housing for women. Whilst at the same time, me and Miss Presley is under such pressure. 16 days of activism. I made contributions to enable the workplaces I was employed in to become beacons of excellence in the early years sector. I was not prepared for the way my life was to change as two toxic workplaces. At two toxic workplaces after I experienced bereavement and losses after the death of my brother in 2008 and my mother in 2014. And now, when did I get a letter of possession from Miss Masira of Devonshire Solicitor? July. My brother is dying of cancer. Prostate this time. First one colon, this one prostate. My brother spent his 60th birthday in intensive care. I have the first high blood pressure. Never had it before. It's in my family. I'm in Tessa Joel asking for help with whatever. Now, all the evidence had to be locked down because the solicitor said, oh, you must remove. And I must mention Phil Gregory's name and the Maudsleys and whatever. But how? Why? So I stopped mentioning them. I stopped tagging them. But can you stop me from mentioning them when I have them in my book? Stop me, sir. What game are you playing, sir? I have to be whiter than white? I'm not white. I never bleed. Whatever see is who I am. My natural self. I must admit, to this day, I am still naive. I trust easily and respect and take everyone at face value. To be genuine with no axe to grind. Mr. Solicitor, Phil Gregory. Phil Gregory, you sat right there. I showed you the disrepair when you came. You done nothing. That's why I can have this. What did they do? Burn. They had something. I'll go find out the story where they used to, I think it was in Jamaica, where they used to put tire around people's neck and catch it afire. I have to go find that story because that's exactly what's happening to me in housing for women. When a man can be in here, Joy Hooper, and a sick woman can be in here, and I'm sure she works in a school. When will she go there and decide to target children? She works in a school as a chef, one of Harrison's academy. That's where Debbie Gilchrist works, and she's a threat. When will she flip like what she's doing and turn on those children? My naivety always seems to be my downfall each time the haters strike. Working at King's College Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, workplace nurse is where my depression was triggered. Was at the forefront of my mind, especially with the advent of social media. Therefore, the discrimination could not become a distant memory over the years. As Miss Winsome Duncan, who was groomed by Barrister Ryan Clement, tried to make out I am mad, I returned to South London after 5 years, and it was like I was scheduled to relive my nightmare. Only this time the nightmare was worse than the first. And I must come to terms with accepting who the perpetrators are in this sordid affair. The things that got to me were the similarities in the events and the persons involved. Like at the workplaces I have worked in from I was headhunted out of Lambeth College. So if I didn't have a book, yeah, you would, Phil Gregory would say I'm making it up, isn't it? There are people who say they were in the army or they serve here or they serve there, they have the whatever. I have my paperwork. I feel Gregory say there's nothing about whatever mental health until 2017 when all University of East London and whoever made mention. Who is Phil Gregory, by the way? Who is Phil Gregory? We need to find out who is Phil Gregory. I was headhunted out of Lambeth College in 1999. My intellectual property was used, my knowledge exploited, and used for others to accept the accolades and benefit in their career and building brands. And I put here HMCTS, CPS, and CJS because when this was written, I have to put things forward. Once they got what they wanted, by using me to build up their organization to beacon status, then they set about kicking the ladder down to prevent me from climbing the promotional ladder and eventually abandoning me. So now even my family, I'm here on my own. I have a good Samaritan. He called yesterday. I said I'm going to the dentist, so he's promised to prepare a meal for me. So I'm going to go to his house and eat. I would not have minded if they had left me to pick up the pieces and get on with my life. Instead, they were intent on total destruction. Can you see what is happening to me? During the time of transition with my brother, another one disabled, my husband, what was happening to me, and I got a letter for possession. And I'm saying da 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 da. This couldn't have happened. Even if I'm this person, this couldn't have happened so. And yet I'm being asked to remove what my proof. And yet when I go to YouTube, copy their policies and procedure about why my channel was strike, and using it to tell a story to warn people, be very careful. The same way Facebook has taken my 18 face pages, disabled them. LinkedIn, my whole website stolen. I was tricked into believing I was going to get some money and then be able to work, to share stories on there. That's how I was tricked. So I was supposed to get some money. Mark Upton and Guy Lawful. Guy Lawful was the first when I spoke to them. Mark Upton came on board. I begged, pleaded, bent over backwards and kissed asses because I knew my situation, but to no avail. From my studies, I had now learned about transitions that can impact on one's life, and I have learned the hard way, and to my detriment. The patterns that run in my transitions are inclusive of sufferings of sicknesses, bereavements, after death, and then being bullied and treated unfairly on more than one occasion because of my knowledge, values, and beliefs. And you're going to tell me, yeah? You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me. Well, I'm leaving it in the capable hands of District Judge Beecham, who said she wants to keep the case. Since that, I've taken out several cases. All I'm getting is the threat. What is the court doing to make sure that at least even the 10,000, the 9,000 from whatever? Instead, I have Mimi Owusu on here. And you're sending a 25-year-old who doesn't even know about send or nothing. And he has to go where you going, wherever. You must be fucking lucky, boy. Me never make you left here and go end up in a situation where somebody open door to you. Look how stupid you are. How stupid the police are. Not him. I told you about your situation. He knows about what is happening. They said I'm mad. They said I'm this and I'm that. I open door to you. I'm just trying to show you. My brother throw acid on boys. My brother must have planned that. He didn't just go pick up acid and throw up on boys. My brother must have sat down and said, okay, I'm going to acid these bastards, you know. You know what my son said to me? My son said to me, he came here. He said, Ratty, if I was with the boy, I used to go with the boys. If I was with the boys that day, I would have been acid. And he said, after my brother acid the boys, because he wasn't with them that day, they accused him of knowing what my brother intended to do. But he didn't know. Because there was disagreement at home. I didn't know about that either. Because they turned against my brother. Because he's bisexual. That's why he went away to America. And then he came back, knowing he was dying with AIDS. Yeah? So this is the scenario. Let me tell you a story, people. So my brother went to America after he won the election. Now I'm looking back and thinking, because he felt America was a safer place for him because he was bisexual. We never had that conversation. It's a lot of things, if I had known, I would have discussed. He got married, business marriage, went back to Jamaica for the process, going back, and he was sent back. My brother, being the clever clock that he is, he didn't go further than whatever. Got back into America. My brother got back into America. Oh, yes. Well, after I got back into America, all this thingy came. So my brother decided, clever boy. My brother had 2 insurance. What did I say? My brother have 2 insurance. I paid. What did I say? My brother had 2 insurance. My brother was even planning something. Clever man, clever brother. So he get the money before whatever. My brother had 2 insurance. Who was the person responsible for the insurance? Another cousin by the name of Johnny. You see how we big? So that's true, Johnny. He insurance, didn't he? He got his insurance. Anyway, my brother Irvin Julius Emstanimal collected over 100,000 US in one of the insurance. Over 100,000 US in one of the insurance. I paid the money for him to go and collect it. Yeah? And my brother take that money and squander it. I lend people for go do that for doctor. Buy vehicle that stand step out a vehicle left your road. Yeah? So when I said my husband and I have over 100,000 pounds in savings, it gone too because of my naivety. Let's talk because I'm gonna wrap up soon. What did I say? Over 100,000 Irvin Julius Emstanimal go America go collect. My brother sexy out too. Make woman come rub up in jam, must give them lick down under there because of him speciality that. Yeah? I saw them out. So my brother had good intentions for his family. He wanted to secure. He knows his situation. Yes? So my brother made the choice, go back to Jamaica. And I understand when my brother was going back to Jamaica. So he come with all the old thingies. Wrestling thingy. People used to set up business, set up thing, and showing his DVD and thingy. My brother came home with camera stuff where he teach my son and others to do video thingy. My brother was clever. So my brother went back to home voluntarily. He knew he was dying of AIDS. I didn't know. But my brother knew. I think my brother knew down to almost the day he would die. I don't know. Let's tell you stories. You need stories. I've lived with secrets that I call my mirages. Now it's time to let them go. Yes? I have 12:30 appointment and I have to make sure when I'm leaving I left everything. I haven't put the eating on. So I can get the chocho and just go leave. I live in the house same way in disarray. Phil Gregory, we're gonna know what you're about. Are you a member of Richard Harding Men in Childcare? Phil Gregory, we're gonna know what you're about, that you came to my house on the 21st of November after I was on the Housing Ombudsman panel. Yeah, I'm gonna be telling stories now. On top of the ebooks and whatever I'll be doing, I'll be telling stories so you can link them up. Go get your copies, please, people. Go and get your copies. I gave one to Phil Gregory. I gave one to Joseph. I don't know if I gave one to Dennis. And I did promise to give Horda one, that African crablows who they have doing their dirty jobs. Yeah? So I'm gonna end it here and I'll pick up the thread. I know who I am. Yeah? I'm not fucking wicked. I don't have a fucking life because I don't know. I have pens in here. I sit here, I do zine, I do my little books. Yeah? Do you want to know who I am? The decriminalization of Mervilima, I have lots of these. You want to come tell me to take off? Yeah? This is one. So I have them, you can get them free. I'm going to do different format. Yeah? I sit in here 10 years and I do things. Yeah? Here it is. Who do you see there? Never Lawrence. This was when my brother said whatever. Can you see? I said to my son the other day, I have them. You're going to tell me to take it off, solicitor? That's Penny Tusani. Yeah? I'm on their website. When I went to whatever and I saw the little girl come, professional person done that. I saw the little girl come and I said, come and take the picture with me. Yeah? Me and Chester Pinder. Me and the lady from Community Playthings, Darwin School, I used to go there and do things. And now you block me out. And don't think I have these. Yeah? Me advocating on behalf of Derek Draper down by the Blue. Once Mimi Owusu came and helped me take pictures. And you don't see those, so I had to lock them down. Me and my brother when he came. And me and Stacey Jane, which this is the first graduation at Leaf. Can you see? If the lion don't learn to write, the hunter will always tell the story. Well, my story is in there. There's a book published. Yes? Mr. Walters, who traveled on the Windrush. And now you're going to put me down and I'm saying to this, I said, no, my life cannot be just weird when you send me possession letter. So this is my nephew, Jevan Nemhard. I understand Jevan is talking, but Jevan doesn't talk when he knows people are hearing him. And he does throwbacks. So he does throwbacks of my mother. And he does throwback of his granny. I don't know who else he does throwback. But he mimics them. Yeah? So I'm going to tie up. I'm going to wrap up. I have appointment at whatever. Yeah? I went out the other day and I bought this young man's book. And he was telling his story. Yeah? See, sign it. Yeah? It's just simple. He said his father died when he was 7. My comparison is my brother born when I was 7. So I'm going to tie up now. Yes? Mr. Arnold Tomlinson, my husband. When did he die? Where did he die? I paid £1,000 to live stream his funeral. And you worthless people in this country. I contacted his MP how many times for support? Bad be bad? Neil Coyle did respond. And Neil Coyle did contact Housing for Women twice about my situation. What did Harriet Harman do? Fuck all. Every time I say, oh, you whatever response. Fuck all Harriet Harman do as an MP. No, my husband was conservative. But he has an MP. I contacted every fucking. And you've done fuck all. Yeah? I went into the hospital. He was falling off the bed, but it's the death. He couldn't move. It was the death throw he was in. I know those things. Yeah? And I had to close down my thing. Oh, Ross. Look, this a day and he almost not on charge. You see, when I tell you that I have to be whatever, almost no charge. Yeah? So I'm going to finish now and close and tell you who I am. So when Mimi Owusu is coming here, who I am and not fucking whatever. So now you know, don't send a young man back into a situation where he can get killed. Because that will be the end of his life. And he's a lovely bloke. Not because I'm ranting and raving. I weigh up people. That young man was so properly brought up. But whatever university he went to, they let him down. Rest in peace, Mr. Arnold Tomlinson, born Thursday the 8th of March, 1923. Death, Monday the 8th of April, 2024. Tribute song. Yeah? Arnold is somewhere around the throne of God. Arnold is somewhere around the throne of God. I'm emotional. We'll keep. I'm going to make this into I'm going to go studio and do this. You motherfuckers must be aware what you've done to me and my husband. My husband might have lived another few years, but this caused it. And especially what happened at the courts, county court and Clerkenwell and Shoreditch, when a district judge Pegram is saying I was supported by my husband. Did you motherfuckers not see this frail little man? So distraught. Did you motherfuckers not see him? Arnold is somewhere around the throne of God. Arnold is somewhere around the throne of God. We'll keep searching until we find him. Arnold is somewhere around God's throne. I know who I am, and I know who you're looking for. But Arnold doesn't live here anymore. I'm in the garden singing in tribute to my husband and that crab louse big pussy boy come up in window, come tell me about me. If he shut up for me, I don't know who me is. I mean, I know where me come from. And them they sitting there me put up here. Arnold is somewhere around the throne of God. We'll keep searching, see, until we find him. Arnold is somewhere around God's throne. Me write it. We went to Wilson Road, where Arnold made his comeback. Iris was standing with a smile on her face. She said, I know who you are. But Arnold doesn't live here anymore. Arnold doesn't live here anymore. Arnold fell in love with Mervily and lived at Alma Grove, where he spent his final 22 years in Bermondsey, South London. He was known for his generosity and love of gardening by his neighbors and many friends. I put chorus there, I'm not singing the chorus, so I'm just going to. When discrimination took its toll on Mervily Myers, Arnold the Superman was always in charge, keeping his family on track when the going got rough in the last 10 years of his life. We were swept along by hate, the hate of Debbie Gilchrist. It's not in here, but I can make it up. House by housing for women. Joe Hooper was always respectful, but then he turned terrorist, kicking my door, verbally abusing me. Is it in there? I can fucking make it up as I go along. And this will be part of my storyboard. I've had fucking enough of one. Crablows, chink, and pedophile. What my poor husband went through. Today, as Arnold's family and friends gather here to celebrate his life, we are proud to sing of a life well lived. There is no doubt in Mervily's mind that Iris Byers has welcomed Arnold to heaven. Let us join hands and hearts and sing in harmony as we celebrate Arnold Ebenezer Tomlinson's 101 years on this earth. Chorus. Well, I'm not singing chorus. I need to wrap up. Because I know who I am. And I know who you're looking for. Arnold is around God's throne. There is no need to keep searching. We know where Arnold is. Arnold is somewhere. I'm singing out of my head and not once here. Arnold is around God's throne. Arnold is around God's throne. Copyright of Mervily Myers, composer. 19th of May, 1924. I wrote that on my birthday. Yes? And still for all, you're not prepared, yeah, to give me a voice. Stand up and speak out. Now I have to lock down my thing. And now I have everybody. Everything I've had been taken away. Yes. Now she's going to come forward. I'm going to arrange a summit. Yeah? I must get compensation from all those who the cases are brought or whatever. Get the £9,000 from Ryan Clemens and all those are brought. I am going to arrange a summit so that she's there. She, who is she? The Reverend Rosa Hudson Wilkin. So now let me close down because I need to go to the dentist. Yeah? Let me see what is here. So whilst I'm doing this, let's do my thing. So this is Merville Myers at the Walworth living room. I'm not doing all of it. I'm just showing you one of what I have. Systematic discrimination. Yeah? This is Merville Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove. Wishing the world a happy new year. Yeah? Lots of love and I'm just doing this one to show you what I have. Okay, people, I've just gone to visit my husband in the hospital. Yeah. He's in good spirits. Yeah. I'm going home now. Yeah. Come with me. Make we go chant down Babylon one more time. I'm just showing you what I've got. This is Merville Myers outside the Walworth living room, telling the world that I'll be reclaiming my intellectual property. Yeah. Everywhere they've been used. People, I'm in David's shop once more, and I intend to make this lady go viral. Yeah. I'll take my leave of Westminster Abbey, going on my journey, collecting the evidence of who is Merville Myers. I know who I am. This is Merville Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove, on a mission. Is Google put this together? So that's why I sit down here trying to pay for my subscription after what Nationwide did. My 2 minutes worth of fame, like when I was the face of Winner of 70, outside the House of Commons nursery. You will hear more. Go subscribe to my YouTube. So this is only Merville Myers outside the Jamaica High Commission. I have so many pictures with High Commissioners, so it's time I tell my stories. Yeah? Merville Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove, outside the Jamaica High Commissioner. This is Merville Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove. I've got babies to feed. Yeah? Yeah? Why do I behave a different way than when I'm in here? Why? Until I get justice, them rascal. Bomber clad police. Yeah? You send a young man in here. Could have died if I was a different person. The rascal them. Yeah? So Rastafari in the place. People, I'm waiting. I've asked permission to do some filming for the continuation of my story, so I need to wait. So I'm waiting. That's why when Bumbleclad Phil Gregory come in here, what did I do? I said I'm recording. And he come tell me must turn it off. Who is Phil Gregory? So I'm waiting on the three brothers to see the outcome. Me finding my way outside the Embankment Station because I need to get home. So I've been walking from St. Thomas's. I didn't create. It's the Google create these. That's why I can't afford to lose any of my subscription. But I've been asking, stopping and asking along the way. Yeah. So I've found my way. So I should be home soon. This is the me that you will see most of the time. Yeah. In my natural habitat. Lost so much weight. In my pants that was sewn for me by my brother. Many years now, he's died and gone. Yeah. And I'm going to do a feature on tailoring that's in my family. So yes, people, that's me. Merville Myers. Your brother from Alma Grove. So I'm going to leave this so I'll show you what I have. What I have in store. Yeah? I'm going to show you what I have in store. Since we're bad, and since you want to make me a victim, to cover up whatever you need to cover up. So I'm going to shut this down now. Yeah? Because I need to be at the dentist and I won't be back here until much later. Do we understand? Yeah? And you're going to tell me you don't have consultation. the psychiatrist you got for me, he stated out the claim. He said in his manual of whatever, it has nothing to do with mental health that would be impacting on whatever. Yeah, I can instruct my legal team. I can question witnesses. Where are the witnesses? Samantha Gibbs is on long-term sick leave. Where is Narin Masiri? I don't know. So nobody's gonna come now. And District Judge Beecham, you're gonna get the chance to become one of the best district judge ever. Maybe you can go and take out some top position. You should, because you're gonna get the chance. You're gonna get the chance, District Judge Beecham. You said you want to keep this case. You're gonna get the chance that Mervyn can write a story about this district judge Beecham that persevered, because I want to keep this case. I want to keep this case. Because if you didn't insist that you want to keep this case, I'd probably not be here. So you're gonna get the chance now, District Judge Beecham, to go forth in the world, because Mervyn Lee will be putting you on that pedestal that says, yes, stop whatever you're doing and take a stance. Yes? Yeah? And then this woman will get the chance to exonerate herself. And then this housing association will get the chance to get the accolade for what they have done to rescue me from domestic violence. They were up to scratch until Zeba Goreshi had her agenda in place. And then somebody's going to pay for why my eating disorder and everything else, to the tune of 58,000. Why? Because that's what I was offered by Leaf in an NDA. And why I'm not going lower, I was offered 46 to 55,000 for the role of Asenko. I was endorsed on LinkedIn. Where are all my intellectual properties? Yeah? So I'm going to finish it. This is what you will be getting as of now. I'm going to try and... But as I read in my book, there are times when all I can do is swear. It's part of my therapy. Because my father beat me once for swearing, and then the whole works. So then I'm going to use this now for my grandson, who's not talking, and create the history and the legacy. I'm wondering if I can... I have a camera there. If somebody, I'm going to see, can attach it up so I can use it on this. Who knows? Maybe when Paul comes back here, I'm going to invite Paul to come back and see if he can do it. All right, let me finish this. Yeah? When trouble take you, pitney shot fit you. When trouble take you, pitney shot fit you. And sit no hot body no fly all night. Yeah? Me alone. Me alone in the wilderness. Me alone in the wilderness. 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. All right, so people can come on this con right. Me not read it yet. People can come on this con right and Hapa go tell me what me can put in at this and what me not put in at this. So me I tell you say, all right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna read this because this is from Professor Calvin. I sent him that picture. And this is what Professor Calvin wrote. But he said he does philosophy, so I'm gonna read what he wrote. Yeah, I'm sending everything to my email. Morning. You could write a book on your memories. Nice pictures. No, my books are already written, Professor. That's the thing. I have so many books because I just showed this one anyway. I have many books in that manner and even more detail. So you know how the mad head works, yeah? So I'm sending everything now that I create to email. Because when the bastards strike, yeah? Right, so this is what Professor Reed wrote. Morning, you could write a book on your memories, nice pictures, my life with Tom. Hey. Could be mostly pictures like those brochures they use make of that total family. Just big blown up pictures. I had one in Diana somewhere. That is another way to preserve them. Have a nice day. So Professor Calvin is online. So yes, sir, Professor, I already have lots and lots of these things already prepared just to get them out there. So I'm going to go to the dentist and then I won't be back home until much, much later. So then I'll tune you in on some more information. As I said, I already have lots of things prepared. So it's just that if I could get like a platform, or I have my platforms, if I could like maybe put things in your thingy where I send people to find out what I'm doing and what I'm writing. And just to add up that I done 2 ebooks. And as a result of the 2 ebooks I have a hard copy and I have a, what you call the other one? Ebook, hard copy, and paperback. So I actually have 6 books from these 2 ebooks. They are on Amazon. I set up an account. But because of all what's happening, I haven't had time to revisit. But yes, I've actually set up a publishing account on Amazon. I need to go fine tune. So we'll talk. Okay, take care now, sir. Why can I be this person in situation like this? And a different person? So who is making it up? It's certainly not me. Who is making up that negativity? So what is the role of Phil Gregory? Why was he at my house after I was on the housing ombudsman Zoom? I'm a member of their customer panel. Now housing for women is sending me whatever, that the opportunity. What opportunity? What opportunity are they talking about when you have me stressed out? See the toilet seat there, the mold, everything. God is truly amazing. Let me get out of the system because I have to go where I'm going, come back and just tidy up this place. All right. I've reached out. Kwaju, social issues campaigner. So immigrants are to blame for the state of housing, roads, GPs, and wages, not the car crash of a conservative government over the past 14 years and their failure to invest in what we as a country needed most. Still, they're failing in taking responsibility. Yeah. So it's from Kemi Bedonach. Immigration has been too high. So he's responding to her. Yeah. A person who came here in 1956 before I was born. Oh, fuck you. Yeah. And all that has happened. Yeah. Let me put this there. A conservative me vote because of my husband. Me vote conservative because of my husband. None of them are fucking better. Yeah? That's why a 25-year-old can come in here and not know about national housing for them. Me not stay upon here to rascal, with them, you fucking idiot, yeah. Me not stay upon here with them, a fucking idiot, yeah. Because it has started in the early years. when I didn't know that I actually work in a pedophile ring. Yes. I didn't know Leaf was a pedophile ring, although I'd done a voice of a child project for June O'Sullivan until Richard Harty. Let me just do. Richard Harty panic and call my mobile on the 27th of September. So me go collect Richard Harty. So that's why me want to know who is Phil Gregory. It started out in the early years and it ended up with at housing. Started in the early years, you know. Me not even go back to Kings, you know. Me not go back to Kings. Because guess what? As I always said, whatever Kings done to me, I'd moved on and empowered myself. Because if what happened to me at Kings didn't happen, I would not be this empowered person, knowledgeable person that I am. And you know what it is? I got my pension at Kings 60 when I'm 60. So whatever the outcome, me have me foot in a Kings. Me foot in a Kings as a pensioner. And when me go back and go look at Nick Mobley, I was key worker to Charlotte Mobley. If I'm to go track down all those children. Nebby Daniel, if I to go track down all those children, foreigners that I work as, Ethan's mom said I could do whatever. If I to go track down them and those parents, you know where I'm going? So I'm not bothered about Kings. The only I'm bothered about Kings is what done to my husband and some friggin' black ass Gail Lewis I come right and put all them people they say whatever. So the issue with Kings is my husband, not what happened before. Let's get it clear because I'm a pensioner. So my foot is firmly stuck in the NHS. That's why I feel Gregory I'll get some stick. That's why Joanna Pennock I gotta get some stick. That's why NHS London I gotta get some stick. That's why Nexus Health Group I gotta get some stick. That's why Mardsley's NHS I gotta get some stick. That's why Suddock Council I gotta get some stick. The only stick, I am a very forgiving person. I'm a very forgiving person. I need to get my laptops that I've been working on. I'm a very forgiving person. Yeah? We're gonna hunt down some of them. Oh, me not have time for this now. I forgot to set up that girl. Glendalyn Abawad, yeah, black ass Trinidad gal. Very creative. If she's still a king. Well, I hear the nursery is gonna be closed down. By the way. They're closing down Kings. Mapata House. Yeah? So Ethan is 24. So you will have children in that range group because those are the first set of key children that or the first set of children that entered Kings. So I was one of the new starter. Go do your history, man. Go do your history. That's why the good that is done, I'm a pensioner, I have my feet in the doors at Kings. I can go kick down doors. And I don't mean literally, because with what I have here from Kings, I'm set. I need them to address what they did to my husband and what was done to me on the 6th of April after I leave the Windrush Vigil. Yeah, so I'm finishing up. I haven't put the heat on for morning. I don't need it. And when you consider that I'm not eating and I'm not 100%. Yeah, so fucking get it right, man. Yeah, who do I know? It's not who you know, it's who knows you. When they were gonna keep a child back because of developmental delay, from the under whatever going into the preschool. I said, no. I advocated on behalf of that child. I said, no way can you keep this child back, because if you keep this child back, he has no incentive. He won't see the older children that are mobile, developmentally, whatever, to model learning on them. I used to use some phases that I need to go relearn. I said, no, that child will only be with children who will not, he will not have an incentive. Can't remember the name now, but I have some letters somewhere. I have to go find my thing. Yeah? He needs the incentive to move on, like same like how there are sounds coming from my grandson. If I wasn't struck down here, you know how much we could have progressed. Yeah? So I'm closing down this one now. Let me put this on charge, because when I come back, I'm tidying my kitchen, spending some time tidying my kitchen, do what I need to do, and it's the beginning of the rest of my life. So you will come for storytelling. And I'm going to try and cut out the swearing, but it's not a promise, because it's a survival thingy for me. So don't take me up on my word. Don't treat me too harshly if I swear. Please don't. Yeah, so the fucking housing ombudsman sitting here, I'm share. I'm share. Yeah, I'm share your blood clot. Yeah, so your bomber clot block me out and tell me fuck it. Housing ombudsman, I was on that Zoom. You active and strong JLP for Jamaica. Yeah? You active and strong JLP for Jamaica. Yes, I'm still bomber clot JLP. But guess what? Killed women. New figures have revealed 5% of the female population in England and Wales experienced domestic abuse in the past year. Yeah? Surviving economic abuse. I haven't worked in 10 years. I'm put on benefits for you to go whatever. Yeah? Everybody having a bomb cloud sitting upon you. You know, see me and Miss Presley, I reach out. And pussy whole landlord that come right about 16 days of activism and whatever. Wait for me on a rascal. This is the reason for cursing. Where did I just send it? No, fuck when I read. All right, may I go back an email. See, first time I used to they stress out. And I can't move whatever. I just need to get my cooking back on track. Gail Lewis, when me done with your pussy hole, stinking bumble hole, black girl. See there? Lewis Gale, automatic response. See there? Complaints, King's College Hospital. They said 4 weeks and the 4 weeks done in a bomber class 6 months. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, bomber class 6 months it take. 4 weeks done in a bomber class 6 months. Pussy hole Gail Lewis. So the reason for cuss. For me now go look for Gail Lewis and lick her in a rascal. But me can cuss out her bomber hole. Me now go look for Gail Lewis for lick her in a rascal. Seem like I had no intention to do anything to that lovely young man. You credit to the parents, he was raised right. But he was let down by the he was let down by the police, and he was let down by the universities. Probably a university like the pedophile ring that Richard Hart is in charge at University of East London. For the love of teaching. Well, me I go have a whole heap of things here. Look and see. Hey, you see me I set up my website? Anti-racism policy in school should be revisited. The Guardian need to send the report when me send go give them 2018 is slave. Me no remember you know. Thriving in the UK. Yeah. Remember me say me have a appointment, you know. The police in this country make no distinction between a Black Panther or a black lawyer or my brother or me. The cops aren't going to ask me my name before they pull the trigger. James Baldwin. Yeah? And I send blood clot 22-year-old, yeah. 25-year-old, yeah. You know about whatever. Yeah? Yeah? They send a little young man in a danger. And see all when me post it. Why they post the whole Twitter? Post the whole pedophile ring Twitter. Where all the posts when me put here yesterday? All me see our one message. Where Elon Musk have it. Where Musk have it. Musk is a blood clot pedophile enabler. Musk. I mean shut down this so I mean I want to sit and eat up my sitting. Musk is a blood clot pedophile enabler. Take it, let me tell you. Pussy hole Musk. And all a blood clot, you know. So me end this and get up, go look boat. Maybe me should have try drink one cup of tea, 11 o'clock. Me sit now 11:30. No, 12:30. So me have 1.5 hours. Yeah? And so me I work it. This is my business.